This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman. While Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt. Back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all
scripts.
right here is no mystery. Cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Oh, welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 291. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff. Picking out the velvet smoke between my teeth.
Blake's here. You had some ribs?
And burnt ends. Burnt ends
Ooh.
and brisket, baby.
Oh.
Man, I can't let this meat that's stuck between my teeth go to waste.
So she said.
You keep it between your teeth and just suck on that flavor for all night long.
Yeah, because I don't have a beard, though.
A beard or
Yeah.
a beer?
Beard.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a
Sorry.
beard like Jeff does, so he
True.
can, like, taste it all night.
Thanks for, thanks for bringing some ribs to us. Jerk.
You're welcome.
Jerk.
He did say he was at Velvet Smoke.
I did.
He could
I
have
did
requested
send it
some.
before.
Oh, I didn't see
did
that.
send it to the group saying I was at I was velvet smoking.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Sorry.
I'll let you smell my breath.
Thanks. It's wonderful.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everybody, to Dinner Talk. I already did that part. Jim's not here tonight. He is tired from walking on the golf course.
They got rained on.
Oh, poor guy.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
So he is not here, but that's okay. We had some sad news this week.
Blake said.
Rusty Taylor,
Who's that?
voice of Minnie Mouse, passed away.
Oh.
She was a great voice actress.
Okay, Minnie.
That's actually pretty good. I'm a little jealous.
You should be jealous.
That was pretty good. And
Thank you.
I forgot all about this. Thanks, Jeff, for letting me know. Rutger Hauer passed away.
Yeah. That was a bummer.
That was a bummer.
He was. What was your most memorable role for him?
Oh, most memorable, I think, is Blade Runner. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was great in The Hitcher.
Oh yeah, the Hitcher.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. That was him, wasn't it?
Yep.
Is that a tease for somebody's top 5?
It's not.
Oh, damn it.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I just, yeah.
How about the
Lady
remake?
Hawk? I never
Lady
saw the
Hawk.
remake.
Lady Hawk was okay, but
Yeah,
he was
Lady
a
Hawk-
badass looking kind of
Yeah.
knight dude.
I mean, when there aren't that many that type of movie out, when you finally get it, you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is cool. Even with Matthew Broderick.
Oh, you said Lady Hawk. For a second, I thought you said Legal Eagles.
Yeah, no, two completely different movies.
And I was like, that movie was awful. Look it up,
that
kids.
bad.
Oh, it was bad.
I mean, it was
Bad.
a legal thriller with some comedy thrown in. But
Really? Maybe they should have told them it was a thriller because it wasn't a thriller.
Really? Because the stuff was hidden inside the artwork? You don't remember that?
No.
Now I do.
He does now.
I was going to say Surviving the Game for me. That was the first time I really saw him, or I realized how good he was. That was a fun one. I like that movie.
Don't think I've seen that one.
Basically, they capture rich people capture homeless people, and they go hunting for them on their land.
Jeez, that sounds disturbing.
It was really well done.
Is that the one with the iced tea?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And Charles S. Dutton, The Rock.
That was
the
not-
original Rock.
That was not a good movie.
That was a good movie.
You know that? Oh, this was a really bad idea. You want to hear a bad idea?
Well, let's hear it.
Back when I was stationed in Spain and I had a Spanish girlfriend. So this is my waiver, in case many of my
While you were married?
wife's relatives are listening. This is when I was a single young wild man in the south of Spain. So on base, we had a drive-in theater, and I tried explaining the concept to my Spanish friends, and they thought, well, that's pretty neat. So we were there, and they're like, hey, while I was dating my Spanish girlfriend, she's like, hey, let's go to drive-in. Let's go to the drive-in. I said, okay. I said, sí, vámonos. She didn't speak a lot of English.
That means yes, go.
Yes.
I got
So
it.
we went, and that was the movie playing in the drive-in.
Legal Surviving the Game?
Yes. And that was a bad idea because she's like, what the hell is
Is this common for people in America to hunt the homeless?
Yeah, let's make out to this, babe. Come on, this is what we do.
Well, I was about to
in the
say, those are
States.
the best ones to go to at the drive-in because you just ignore what's on the screen. You don't feel bad about missing anything.
Oh, Dios mío.
I just picture this Spaniard
my
going, oh my God, I'm never going to America.
right.
They hunt
Exactly.
homeless. Is this a documentary?
Can you imagine? She didn't speak English that well, and I'm sitting there trying to explain to her what they're talking about in Spanish. And she heard the action on the screen. Oh my God, that was a bad idea.
Well, and I'm assuming since it was on base, it was shown in English?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was
pretty funny.
Charles S. Dutton got blown up on an ATV in there by Ice-T.
God, it was a horrible movie.
It's a great film.
Not for a date.
No, probably not.
Driving date with this
Speaking of drive-ins,
hot Spanish tamale.
that's a nice segue. Speaking of drive-ins, I went to the drive-in with my family this past weekend.
Apparently, they
that's
still
right.
exist.
Yeah,
My family or the drive-in?
I meant the
Both.
drive-in, but
My wife hasn't gotten rid of me yet, so that's good.
I haven't seen that dog that you rented for a while that you claim you own.
Anyway, so I went to see The Lion King. Well, actually, my wife's like, "Hey,
The fake live action Lion King.
let's go watch the live Lion King." I was like, "Ugh, what's next week?" I don't know, but it's going to be hot. Oh yeah, this week was at least a little cold. This past week,
Yeah.
when we went. So we went to see Lion King. All three of my kids said, from ages 3 to 9, said we like the cartoon better. So they have good taste.
well, this is a cartoon also.
Sorry, the animated film,
This is animated.
the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
This movie, gorgeous to look at. It was not good.
Did you figure out what was the real shot versus the computer animated
I'll
shot?
be honest, I was kind of bored by that point.
By what point?
Every point.
I'm about to say, I read it was the first shot of the movie.
Oh,
so
was
if
it?
you were bored by that point,
It was. Let me explain to you. It looked like a nature documentary with Japanese subtitles over it, like the Godzilla films when they put the English subtitles over it. That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It looked like somebody was doing a very poor Mystery Science Theater over this.
I think what you should have done was gone and found some hot Spanish chick to make out with,
That could have worked. Could have worked.
or maybe just your wife.
or just talk about Rutger Hauer for an hour and a half with your wife.
I will say that it was not good. I love The Lion King. Love the original. Probably one of my favorite cartoons. And the first 40 minutes of this show was like a greatest hits. Like there was no story. It was like all the greatest hits from The Lion King, like the original. But it was odd to say the editing was wrong.
You mean they threw all the music up front?
There was even that great much musical.
Hakuna Matata.
That was later. But once they got to Timon and Pumbaa, it was better. It still wasn't good, but Timon and Pumbaa did a really good job. They added some friends to them, so it looked like a whole natural environment that they were living in and ecosystem. Seth Rogen actually was very good, and whoever did the voice of Timon, I forget.
Billy Eichner.
Is that Billy Eichner? He did really good.
How were the hyenas?
Hyenas were actually better. They gave them a queen.
Yeah.
They gave them an
Hierarchy.
hierarchy. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
And they weren't bad.
No. Now imagine them walking upright with opposable thumbs, and then you have Knowles from Dungeons and Dragons.
Anyways, I was thinking that the whole time. So the hyenas were the best part. Timon and Pumbaa were the best parts. and that was about it.
You can't have two best parts.
Okay, those are the good parts.
Okay.
And my wife agreed.
Well, wait a minute. Women have two best parts.
Their brains and their
Their
eyes.
brains and personality is what I meant.
Yes. Anyways, but I would recommend not seeing this. I would not recommend seeing it. It was not good.
Ever or just paying to see it?
I wouldn't even watch it on TV again.
Really?
Yeah. Even my kids were like, eh. Like, do we need to buy this? No, good, because we got the original downstairs. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was shot beautifully how they did this CGI and the thing, but it was not good. There was no expression on their faces, like all the critics were saying.
Well, because they're animals.
Yeah, and again,
You can't give a human smile to a lion.
It was like an animal documentary with dubbed over. That's all it was.
Did the mouths at least look like they were saying what they were supposed to
No,
be saying?
I don't even think the mouth moves half the time.
Was there a Mutual of Omaha commercial during the movie?
Did we have Marty Stauffer's
Somebody-
Wild America?
Somebody did say "Sitabu sit," so that was about it. Yeah, so don't go see it. So that was my critique of it.
I don't think they're going to put that on the movie posters.
I don't know what it would say. I'm trying to think what it was.
Don't go see it?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wait, they'll cut off the ... Go see it.
Jason
Jason,
Apobe. God. Anybody watching The Boys on Amazon?
Finished it.
Oh, I'm only 4 episodes in.
Yep. I hate binging shows, but I binged it.
Did you? I liked it. Take it.
I did.
Very well done.
I know Jim binged it also, but he's not here to talk about
I
it.
should have it done by next week. I'm pretty much set on watching 2 a night.
All right. Well, there's only 8 episodes.
Is there only 8?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I should be done by the weekend then.
You know, I tried to see what all the excitement was about. They had that available on Pornhub, but it wasn't for me.
I think that was a different The Boys.
That's with a Z.
Well, I watched all 8 hours, damn it.
Did it get better?
Well, I had to pay for it at the end. I don't know.
Was Carl Urban in it?
Ironically, yes.
Then it might have been the same one. I don't know.
They did stick something. Never mind. Yeah, so it's about a group of people that basically superheroes are in this world. They're bought by corporations. Basically, the corporations run the superheroes. Everything is,
And the superheroes are just as evil and greedy as normal people.
So the boys go out to try, basically, whenever the superheroes step out of line, they take care of them. And first episode, you see it from both sides, which is nice. You see the one superhero being inducted into the 7.
Yeah.
And then another superhero,
The bright-eyed young Anjui who's
Starlight?
joining the corporation club, and she's all gung-ho to be a crime fighter and finds out nobody else really cares about fighting crime.
No.
They just care about stock prices.
And they're upset that they don't get enough points for their movies that they're making on the back end. I did like how Aquaman is a dick. The version of Aquaman.
The Deep?
The Deep, but he's Aquaman. He's funny. He's an asshole. What is it? The invisible guy. Translucent.
Translucent, yeah.
Not everything about him is...
Translucent?
No, not everything is invincible about him. So it's very well done. I enjoyed it a lot. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, Translucent can turn invisible, so he likes to hang out in the bathroom.
I can imagine.
But for him to be invisible, he has to be naked.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
so he's always naked.
So he has to be careful where he stands.
And he's not invisible. He's just camo with his skin, is what
Yeah.
he explains to Jimmy Fallon.
Oh.
Thanks, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. I liked it, though. I really enjoyed it. And I read the books, about 15, 20 issues.
Yeah, I
maybe a
never
little
read the
less.
books, so-
Maybe it's about 12. The books are good, but sometimes they went a little over the top. Not that I was offended, but I was like, okay, I'm kind of over. Yeah,
I
not.
felt like they were being
Yeah.
just because they wanted to be shocking or something.
Yeah, there was a female superhero that was a sex fiend, and they killed her by giving her an exploding vibrator. That was the one issue.
Okay.
That was a little. I was like, I'm not offended. I just think it's whatever. Like you're doing it just to be a shock.
Kind
Yeah.
of dirty James Bondish.
Yes, but without the skill. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, If you have Amazon, it's a good show to watch.
What if you don't have Amazon?
Then find someone who does have Amazon and go to their house.
Can you give me your username and password?
7.
Yeah, I'd say no.
Okay. I won't give it away. Tell me.
I've got other things hooked up to that password, so I'll say no.
I did too. The Boys. He has The Boys hooked up to that, the other version.
No, not that.
Oh.
No.
Anyways.
I would only watch The Man, please.
Oh, you're not Kevin Spacey.
What? Hi, you talking about me? I'm
Allegedly.
Kevin Spacey.
Allegedly. Anything going on with you, Jeff?
Since last Tuesday, I watched The Boys,
Okay.
and then everything else was normal and nothing different.
Okay. Blake, anything with you?
I got 2 things. Well, yeah, married one of 2 off this past weekend.
Did you?
Yes, we did.
Wow. On your daughters?
Yep.
Wow. Where at? Was it local?
Up at the Chapel, University
okay.
of Dayton. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It was nice. Yeah, until I get the bill for the open bar.
That could be bad. That could be bad.
If I knew there was an open bar, I might have went. Screw
Just
watching The
crashing.
Boys. I could have went up and hung out at
Yeah.
the Dayton Chapel for.
Hey. Was it like The Graduate? Was somebody banging on the glass up top?
No.
Okay.
No one
that's
tried
good.
to interfere with the wedding.
No.
Oddly, Dustin Hoffman was there.
Oddly enough, yeah. Well, there are some the controllables could be controlled.
Okay.
And the uncontrollables are, well, that's what they are. They're uncontrollable. But one of the uncontrollables, may I make a recommendation for weddings, receptions?
Okay.
For those of you planning to get married out there at some point in time, or those of you who are parents and plan to have somebody getting married at some point in time, do not allow open mic toasting.
Oh, no.
That is a major mistake.
How many people talked?
Just don't do it.
How many?
Probably about 6 people. And
Oh, God.
4 out of those 6, well, actually, let me say 5 out of those 6 really made no sense and was pretty stupid. And you're like, why the fuck are you talking in this microphone?
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. Sit down.
Although every once in a while, if you let that happen, you might be pranked on Impractical Jokers. and-
Well, I didn't recognize any Impractical Joker guys there,
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't good. But wedding tip number 1: when making toasts, make them last no longer than 1 minute. Make them nice, make them complimentary, and make it from the heart. And if there is something funny, make sure you can sum it up in 5 to 10 seconds, and people find it funny. Practice it first and maybe bounce it off of somebody so them to say, I don't like what you did there. Let's change it.
Did anyone announce their pregnancy like in The Office?
No, but that
Okay,
would have
that's
been
good.
cool. Actually, that would have been something nice in an open mic session there that evening.
that would have been better than what actually happened.
Would have been better than what actually happened with most of the people that grabbed the open mic. You're like, Jesus crikey.
How many people did you have?
I think it was like 200
Okay.
to 100 roundabouts.
That's not bad.
No, it wasn't too bad.
That's not bad.
But the maid of honor, the sister, number 2 of 2, who's still available, by the way.
Highest bidder? I mean,
She did. Our other daughter did very well in her toast, and it was like 60 seconds. It was heartfelt. It was wonderful, and it was funny. And it just went downhill from there.
Well,
It
this
kept
is the
getting
planned
worse,
one, though, right?
Worse. Yes, it was one of the 2 planned toasts.
Did she bring props?
No.
Good. Never bring props.
No, and she did have a little piece of paper, have it on her phone
That's
that she
okay.
could refer and read to, which was good. Now the best man, it started off in a direction and then it kept going like, where is this going? What is this doing?
So it was
like a story that you would tell.
damn it, you beat me to it. Damn it.
You would enjoy my stories over that one.
The best
okay?
man
Tell
actually,
me.
best man accidentally walked into the women's dressing room. It was awesome.
It was great. Wait, hold on. No, never mind.
So,
It's like, no, those are my girls.
are they living local?
Yeah, they're up.
Okay.
They're slightly up north. And
Okay. I was just wondering if they're going to be local.
Yeah,
or if
Southwest Ohio.
Okay, that's good.
Still in the heart of it all.
Still in the Southwest heart of it all.
Did you stay up there?
Yeah, we got a hotel room, and big block for everybody.
Yeah.
So it was nice. Some of my family came out, and we all stayed up there, and I ran my ass off, and I really didn't enjoy it until about 1, 2 a.m. Saturday night when I was finally done loading and driving shit all over the place where I could sit down and have a beer, and then I was too tired. I fell asleep.
With the beer?
Yeah, because I really couldn't partake in the open bar festivities that I was paying for because I had to drive a big 10-passenger van full of kids, nieces, nephews, and stuff. And it's kind of like it could have been more exciting if I was drunk. We
don't recommend that.
But I don't recommend that. No. But overall it's pretty good. But after
That's
the
why
best
you got to
man's
have
toast,
that 17-year-old nephew who can drive the van.
Yeah, not yet. But, so, yeah, after the best man's toast, which was on a scale
Subpar.
of, it was B minus.
Okay.
Oh, that bad.
Yeah. Maid of honor, I give her an A plus. The best man, B minus, and then it goes from C to D to F to shut the fuck up.
I'm paying for this. Give me the mic.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than when you get the drunk friend of the groom who's out on the floor who thinks he's going to be funny and embarrassed and try to embarrass the groom, and it's not going the way he anticipated.
That's
And
our
can
entire friendship.
Yeah, exactly. You could hear the pin drop, and he keeps going, and there's a certain point you're just like, shut the fuck up and sit down.
And all the other friends are like, "Oh, I love it. This guy's bombing so bad.
Yeah.
Keep going." They're giving him. Keep
I
going.
thought my brother-in-law was going to tackle this kid. I am dead serious.
I would have paid to see you videotape that.
That's right. And he's like Army Special Ranger trainer dude. So I'm like, take him out.
Gladiators ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Contestants ready.
Yeah. So basically, moral of the story is don't let the DJ give out the microphone for open mic toasting at your reception.
So since you brought up weddings,
Yeah.
I was at a wedding. It should be
Yeah.
name or the people should be nameless.
Yes.
But the best man,
Yes.
not
You?
related. He was not related
Oh,
to me.
not you.
No. He. This is the best part. He gave a speech.
Yeah.
And Rich just hit another home run. And he gave a speech, and he was just coming off a divorce, or he was going through a divorce at that point.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he proceeded to explain that 50% of marriages ended in divorce. I think you guys have a good shot at not doing that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what's happening here? What? And he's like, no, stand up if you're married. Stand up if you're married. Bad thing. And then he's like, 50% will end in divorce. And me and my wife, we're struggling, but we're trying to make it through, and that's all what marriage is. It's a struggle, but you're doing it together. And we're all like, cut him off! No, no.
You're going to the DJ. Like, cut the mic.
He proceeded to talk for like 3 minutes.
It's the
It felt like
worst,
10.
and it felt like a half hour.
Yeah,
didn't
and it was about divorce, basically the whole thing. And then he said, "But I think you guys are going to be okay. Here's a toast."
And then he's like, "Open bar."
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
like that's a little raw for you there, Chief. Let's move back over here. Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Marriage sucks. It's stupid. Go on for 3 minutes complaining about it, but you guys will do okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the most uncomfortable I've ever been at a wedding. Like, oh,
And and I bet you everybody's got those uncomfortable wedding stories. And I'm
Was I
sure
at that uncomfortable
oh,
wedding, or was that?
we went to a wedding that we didn't know anyone except the bride and groom. Literally no one except the bride and groom. And we sat at a table and we're like, "Hi."
Yeah.
And the people around us, it wasn't like assigned seating.
Yeah.
So you sat down, and then there was like two other people that sat down, or two other couples, and they were both like 30 years older than us, 20 years.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Hi."
Yeah, I had to go do the diplomat thing. I was
Walk
walking
around?
go to table, on our side. And there's always that estranged family thing going on that's kind of like on the side, but it doesn't
Somebody
really
you don't ever want to
exist.
talk to, but you have to invite them
me.
to.
Not me, or maybe those one friends of the people or whatever, and kind of stuff. And I'm like, I got to go do the diplomatic thing and wish them all here, and you can do all that kind of fun stuff, and it's all good. It's all good stuff. And if there's a good time to sit there and you're like, hey, remember that one time when there was this asshole moment? Let's forget about it. Let's have a fun time with the reception.
I'm paying for this. Get out.
Yeah.
Here's a toast.
There's a toast. That's right.
Where's that groomsman's buddy? Get him over here.
Everything's good.
So what else was going on? So congrats.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Gen Con.
Yes.
I'm going to Gen Con. I'm starting Gen Con off Thursday with a bourbon trail of Indianapolis.
Oh, that's a nice way to start.
I'm going to 2 seminars in the morning Thursday, and then I'm on a 4-hour bourbon tour. And then I come back, and I'm going to watch the Eye of the Beholder, the documentary about the art of the early Dungeons & Dragons, TSR.
Sweet.
Since I'm a big fan of Larry Elmore and those other folk.
Speaking of...
That's if I'm still sober and can
won't be.
walk to the hotel.
Oh,
where
you should be
it's
able to
at.
walk.
We put
but-
this on our Facebook
Yeah.
page a while back at History of Bad Ideas. Give us a like. They had a Dungeons & Dragons Stranger Things starter kit.
Yeah.
With the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
And my local virtual arcade tabletop place had it in there. And
And you bought it for your son.
if I can, no. But I may get into it because maybe at trivia for Cincinnati Comic Expo it might be up for a prize.
Yeah. But also,
So you're not going to play it, though.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, wow. That's
So
what
I've
I care about.
I've got my assigned missions from you guys for Gen Con. Right?
Okay.
I gotta go to.
Yeah.
I got the VIP smash up for AEG from
Yep.
Jeff here.
Yep.
I got to go get his free shit and buy a Penguin game. Right.
The Penguin
Yes.
faction.
And then I gotta go talk to some dude that Jason's backing on Kickstarter. What's
All right,
his-
got the thing.
Yeah,
Joey
he's
Viger.
saying, Joey Viger.
Yep.
Joey Viger, I'm coming for you, Joey Viger. So, and then I finally remember the guy that he's a miniature painter that paints on commission.
Yes.
Yes, you did tell us
Who's
this
had
story.
my miniature since January.
The miniature of yourself.
The miniature of myself. The miniature me that was at Gen Con last year.
Uh-huh.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I'd made contact with the guy again. I said, hey, you still got my minis from January. Have you started painting those yet? And I didn't hear anything from him for a couple of days. And all of a sudden, I tried him again. He's like, oh, yeah, how you doing? Hey,
Oh.
I went to his page to make sure he was still alive, and apparently he probably was busy painting this Warhammer 40,000 army that he entered in some contest at some other convention. So I can understand why my 2 miniature me's may have been on the back burner for that. I don't know how much he's going to charge me yet, but I'm hoping to get a discount since he's had them for 7 months now.
The good news is he just spray painted them gold. Here you go.
So he finally just started, and he's like, hey, what colors you want? I'm like, go ahead and surprise me. I said, you know what, for shits and giggles, make one evil and one good.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And he's like, yes, I can change that up. I already did them. They're
So
done.
he gave me, they're not done, but he gave me, he sent me a photo. I'm going to pick them up from him at the booth he's going to be at, not the
Gen Con?
Warhammer 40,000. Yeah, Gen Con.
Mm-hmm.
The, oh my gosh, what's the miniature painting booth that's there every year?
The miniature painting booth?
No, the icons that, the guys that run all the shit.
Steven's on.
No. I'm going to have to look it up.
We just call them the miniature painting booth.
No. It's
Peter Dinklage.
It's the big company that makes all the miniatures and Gen
Oh,
Con. They
Tyco.
have, no, shut up.
Hasbro.
No. Jeff will probably know. It's like they do all the
shit, I forgot
fantasy
to-
miniatures. They have art shop, paint your miniature for free demos. And
Yeah.
they're there. Warhammer? No, it's not Warhammer.
Axis and Allies.
No.
Highlander.
But anyways, for exciting podcasting and
Yes.
keep them going, I'll show you. This is the photo that he sent me last night. This is where he's got them started. Take a look at these. They're not done yet.
The one looks like you have an O face.
Yeah, well, I'm that's my war face.
That's your. Oh, that's a very seductive war face.
That's my
Oh,
that's my battle cry face.
that is not a scary battle cry face.
Yeah, it is. Look at it.
No. It looks like your O face, like you're orgasming.
All right. Well, these aren't done yet, but these are like nearly complete.
I will say they do look like you. That is pretty.
Isn't it weird?
It is kind of eerie.
It is weird. So when they're
Yeah.
finally done, I'll take pictures and we can put them up on social media.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
Maybe while I'm there, I'll get a picture with the guy. His name is
Those are
Man
cool.
Beard Painting. Man
Man Bear Pig?
Yeah, no,
What-
Man
oh.
Beard miniature painting.
Okay, I like those.
And that's it. You like that?
Show Jeff those.
I'm gonna show-
You have an O face on the one. I'm
Jeff,
sorry.
This is my one evil, one good miniature me.
The one on the left looks
All
like
right,
he's
let's
orgasming.
see here.
Don't those?
Well, I guess it would be you're right, but
those aren't complete, but those are pretty much near
Those
done.
are O faces.
That's an O face.
That's a battle
face.
cry.
That's a battle cry face. Exactly.
no. Sorry, I'm not buying it.
Although it looks like you might have had a stroke or something. on one.
See, there's something going on.
You know, but the whole point is that they look like you because they took a 3D of your
Yeah.
head and stuck it on a.
No, that does look
doesn't
like
it
you.
look like? Isn't it
It's
eerie?
creepy. It is creepy.
I mean, when I posted the unpainted resin,
Yeah.
you kind of look at it and you're like,
You're like,
maybe,
maybe.
okay, maybe. But now that he's got it painted and he's got the accentuation of the features, I'm looking at this and I'm like, holy crap! That almost looks like me in an animated Hobbit movie.
So what are you going to do with those?
Well, God, now I want to go.
Well, I'm probably gonna give one to my nephew, who I gave all my miniatures to, as a surprise.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your Uncle Blake mini, and then I'm gonna
Thanks.
keep one for myself, man.
Well, you got to
That's
keep
what I
one
got
if you
too.
ever happen
Yeah.
to play at some point in time.
That's right.
The one with your stroke?
Yeah,
think it's
yeah. That's the evil. That might be the evil guy.
It could be.
You know.
Uh,
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, you know what? I know he doesn't like the attention, but we're going to have to do it. Jason C. Brown's birthday was this week.
Twas.
Yay.
Our favorite film director. Happy birthday, Jason Brown. And he really loves the attention. Number one fan, Doug. His birthday was this week. So happy birthday, Doug.
Yay.
He was a big one.
It was a birthday spectacular week.
Yes. So happy birthday. Speaking of Doug, since he loves the attention, our Twitter poll of the week on at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. Follow us. Give us a like. What is the worst animated Disney film?
Reaper Miniatures.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Games Workshop.
No, and Games Workshop. Yeah, Reaper.
Games Workshop was the one I was
Games
trying
Workshop.
to think of.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sure it wasn't
Yeah.
Hasbro?
No.
Okay. Kenner?
Yes, Kenner. It was
Kenner.
Yeah,
Toys.
Kenner Toys. Yeah.
We actually use old Star Wars figures to do
Yeah.
that.
That's Robin Hood figures. Sorry. That's what they did. They took the
They
Star
got
Wars.
the idea from us.
Yes. Oh, is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Gregorian Guard was Friar Tuck. Not
That's
kidding.
nice.
Prince of Thieves movie. Let's see here.
It was a terrible movie, so
shut up.
Should have terrible ideas.
You're a terrible idea. What is the worst animated Disney film? We had Planes. This is not Pixar. It's Disney animated.
Disney Animation Studios.
I feel bad because a lot of people took me to task on this. And Atlantis, the
take you
Lost
to task. You-
Empire. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Chicken Little. And Mars Needs Moms. I've seen 2.5 of these.
I've seen one of these.
Which one did you see?
I saw Chicken Little.
And
Chicken Little wasn't that bad. I mean, it's not as good as most Disney movies.
No.
It doesn't fall, but of these other three, none of them I even wanted to see. And I voted for Mars Needs Moms just because it looks to be the worst.
the trailer looks awful and
Yes.
creepy. We had, in last place, tied, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, and Chicken Little. The people that like Atlantis, they like it.
Oh, yeah, there are some people who will argue that Atlantis is one of the best Disney movies.
I've
They're
seen-
wrong, even though I didn't see it. They're wrong.
It's America.
I don't think I saw that one.
I've seen half of it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I did it based on critics' reviews and that.
Yeah.
I was going to... number one fan Doug said, what about The Wild? I didn't even remember that movie.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a Disney movie.
Yeah, and it was... Oh, there's Home Run by Pittsburgh. Yeah, so I was looking...
Was it by Josh Bell?
No.
He's on my fantasy team.
But I was looking at it, and The Wild, after he said it, I was like, oh, that did get a horrible review. That might be the worst reviewed Disney film. I was like, my bad. And then in third, in winning 53% to 28%, Mars Needs Moms beats Planes. Planes was awful. Planes was horrible.
Sure.
Well, Planes is a rip-off of Cars.
Yes.
which is
From
a
the
Pixar
world-
movie.
From the world above Cars.
But the Disney Animation Studios ripped off their sister company, Pixar, for a movie that apparently was stupid.
I've done this before. I mentioned this story a long time ago when Planes 2 came out.
Yeah.
About a movie critic that said they flew him out there to see Planes 2. And he's like, well, in his review, he's like, it's better than the first one. And he's like, I hate the first one, though. And they put that on the poster.
It's better than
the first one, so-and-so.
Not I hate the first
Nope.
one?
It said better than the first one, and it was also on the commercial. He was quoted. And he's like, I don't want to be quoted on the commercial for Planes 2.
Well, if someone calls him on it, say, I did say that. Yeah. It was better than the first. It was a D instead of an F.
That's right.
You know, I think I saw the test, the visual test for the one spin-off from Planes. It was called Oil Tankers. Yeah, it got sunk.
Bump.
Anyways, before we get to listener feedback, we do have something. Blake?
Yeah, speaking of birthday gifts and etc.
I don't know what this is.
This is from...
This is an envelope.
That is correct.
Who's it from?
I'm going to let you open it up.
Okay, so I'm opening up an envelope.
An envelope that was given to Blake to bring to the studio.
Mailed.
Mailed to Blake.
Mailed.
That's right.
Ooh.
It's folded up in a protective piece of paper there.
Here you go, Blake. Hope you guys are great. I can't read that part. Is that Jason C. Brown?
Jason C. Brown.
And it's an autographed picture of Jason Brown baseball card from Fantasy Camp at Kansas City Royals.
Oh, hold on to that.
Oh my, that's an action pose.
It is,
When
man.
he wins his Oscar in 10 years,
That's right.
we'll say, I got an autographed card from him.
You know what? That is awesome. So Jason C. Brown, great guy. He's been on our show several times. He loves Kansas City Royals, and he went to their fantasy camp, and they took a baseball card, and he autographed it. No stats, though. No stats.
We can make up our own stats then.
7.
I like it.
7 RBIs? Sure. But yeah, that is, I'm going to put that on Facebook page right now.
You know, called up from the Hobie League.
He came up from Billings, Montana, so he's okay.
Oh, there you go.
That is an awesome gift. That is awesome. So
You can take a picture of that and post it.
I am. I'm doing that right now.
There you go.
So
that goes into the Hobie Hall of Fame,
Hobie Hall of Fame.
right next to Clark Gregg and
Adam West.
Adam West.
yeah.
Right,
And Marvin
yeah.
Lewis, ex-Bengals coach.
Oh, he's in the Hobie Hall of Fame.
Oh, that might be given away at the expo. So one of the guys,
There
Marvin Lewis, just got fired this past year, or stepped down, whatever.
His contract expired.
Yeah, so he was a horrible Bengals coach for the last couple years. Anyways,
In Marvin, we trust.
no. One of the people in my subdivision was there's a buy-sell page for our subdivision, and one of them was Marvin Lewis autographed picture made out to Matt. If anybody wants this, it's free.
Your name is Matt.
And I was like, I might take that just for the expo. That
If
might
we
be
meet someone named Matt.
Nope, it's in the Nicolas Cage bag of suck.
Oh no, we have to hold that till we meet someone named Matt.
I was like, he's like, I don't even want money. Here it is. And then he gave like some other Bengal stuff with it. I got some other pictures. Here, take these.
Did you get it?
It's still up there. I think I will reach out though.
Awesome.
Why does this guy named Jason want this?
Just say my brother's name is Matt.
Yes, that's it. Let's do some listener feedback.
All right, that's time for your bomb listener feedback. Sponsored this week by not the first round of Democratic candidates debating tonight.
Second round.
Second round. Who knows? Whatever. You know.
That's actually where Jim's at.
That's where he's at.
He's on the stage.
Okay.
He's running for office.
Why not?
Is he truth facting the platitudes?
They said 10%
Maybe he's
truth.
platituding the facts.
You can't handle the truth.
Could be.
Down
But
the hall.
anyways, it's actually sponsored by that 16-year-old loser that won Fortnite World Cup and $3 million is probably still a virgin, but not for
I'm
long.
about to say, is that an insult
You virgin?
to a 16-year-old? It's like,
I
got $3 million.
And to be honest, 16-year-olds shouldn't be having sex. I don't want any more kids out there. Let's go.
Yeah, what am I thinking?
What the hell's wrong with you, Kevin
Still
Spacey?
a loser anyways. 16-year-old.
But he's a $3 million loser.
$3 million loser. Fortnite. What are you good at? Fortnite.
Well, he doesn't have to be good at anything anymore as long as he.
No.
Well, he's got to be good at not overspending his money.
Funny thing, there's a story that he
What?
just bought a $2.9 million yacht.
Or actually, it's a down payment for his first year of college tuition.
Aw. There's another story that he bought a $1.5 million Sour Patch Kid. So I'm sure those investments are really going to pay off.
It was a gobstopper.
It was the Gummy DeMilo.
There you go. Next year when you get his what's his separation from his parents? What's that called?
Independence.
No, shit.
No, it's the
Term.
the legal term
when you.
when you divorce your parents. What's that called?
I don't know. It's good podcasting.
It's called a thing.
Moving on.
After his dad blows it all on weed and hookers, hookers and blow. All right. We start off with the number one, Doug,
Can't give yourself a nickname?
formerly known as
Ape hands.
says Alita. Came out this week on Blu-ray. I was going to say, came out this week? No. Okay, on Blu-ray. Will anyone on Hobie be buying it?
No.
No. Yeah,
Sean from Pittsburgh Nerd is.
there you go.
Because he likes crappy films. Jeff, do you have any desire to see Alita?
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I heard good things about it.
No.
Alita, Battle Chick.
How about
Battle Angel.
How about
Battle
Valerian? Have you heard good things about
Emancipation.
that?
Emancipation.
Emancipation.
Yeah, he wants to be. He'll be emancipated. Probably because his parents will mishandle his money.
Yeah, probably like, hey, why are you outside playing? Get in here now and practice your Fortnite for 8 hours.
And eat your damn gobstopper!
But Dad, I don't
No, I
want to
really
play
have
Fortnite anymore.
No urge to see Valerian,
Nobody did. Oh, it's funny.
other than to judge how bad it might be.
Yeah. Next we got from Besobered Geek. How long before Disney pulls the old switcheroo and starts animating their live action movies?
6 years?
Can't wait for an animated Pirates of the Caribbean.
You know what? I'd rather see I'd rather see an animated Pirates of the Caribbean than another live action Pirates of the Caribbean.
Then we could see an animated Mary Poppins.
Sugar and bed knobs and
Oh,
broomsticks.
that would Bedknobs and Broomsticks and
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Animated, except for the parts that were animated, and have those live action. So you'll have real penguins in Mary Poppins.
I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah.
Did you?
But without the dirty faces so as not to offend people. With the chimney
And without
sweeps.
the terrible Cockney
Oh, no, wait,
accent.
that's shitty bang bang.
Shitty bang bang. Did anybody see the thing on Facebook, the meme? It was a Bob Ross painting. They're like, I can't wait till the end of the new Mr. Rogers movie when the after credits scene is Mr. Rogers walking into a room and Bob Ross is there and it connects the PBS Disney universe. I was like, that would be fun. Let's have a Bob Ross.
No, we don't want Disney connected to their
Sure we
PBS
do.
universe. No, public television cannot deal with Disney. No.
Is it Mr. Rogers Disney?
No.
No, the film. Isn't that a Disney
Oh,
film?
I have no clue. Fuck 'em
Tom
if it
Hanks?
is. I don't know who made it.
Okay, moving on.
Nothing but top of the line podcasting here tonight. From the Pop Culture Cafe, the exclamation over the E. I must say that hearing you gents talk about Canada makes me loaf. So little knowledge of our great country.
So this is because Doug went to Canada last week, and he paid $100 in Canadian money for IHOP.
That wasn't even donut money.
No, tire money. Tire money.
Tire money.
And then we got ripped on by some Canadians about it. So
Did he have Elsinore beer?
I don't know.
Sure. No, he had Molson.
So
That's
anyways,
even worse.
Because that's all you have in Canada is Molson.
just to let you know,
Molson money?
we do know a lot about Canada. Canada is the world's most educated country. Over half its residents have college degrees. Canada's lowest recorded temperature
Yeah, but
was...
can they all speak English?
What's that all about?
No.
They can't
that's
all speak
right.
English.
That's right.
You mean
Canada
all the ones with the college degrees or all the Canadians?
Booth.
Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world's lakes combined.
They do.
What?
They are lake crazy in Canada.
I thought Minnesota was the land of lakes.
That's their cheese.
In 2012, the
That's the
population of
butter.
Canada was around 35 million.
In one place?
No.
Although I think 90% of Canada live within a certain 50 miles of the U.S.
North Pole?
border. The U.S. border.
The North Pole?
Yes, the North Pole.
Canada is the
They're all elves.
Canada is the second largest country in the world by
To
total,
Greenland.
by total area. Russia is the
Greenland.
largest.
No, it's not.
Greenland's not even an independent country.
That's right. Did Canada conquer it?
Yes. Or
And
the Danish people.
Is Newfoundland still qualified to be Newfound land? I mean, it's been around for a while and
Just
really didn't discover
Tara
it.
Reid would say it is. And then finally, Canada's lowest recorded temperature was minus 81.4 degrees Fahrenheit in 1947. So,
How's that compared to Alaska?
so I just want to let you know that we do know Canada facts. Those we learned at the library, and we remembered those. We did not
Greatest-
look those up online.
Greatest export, Michael J. Fox?
Worst,
Brian Adams.
Oh, obviously.
oh, yeah. Worst export? Celine Dion?
Oh, God, no, Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah, good call. Good call. Good call.
See,
Ooh.
you guys give us Justin Bieber and you expect us to want to know about your country?
Jeez.
He's got a point.
Hey.
He's got a point. Joshua Jackson's a close second for best export.
Oh, Kobe Smulders.
Oh, never mind. Joshua Jackson's down to third. There we go. Top 5 favorite Canadians next week.
Didn't we try to give them Detroit or something?
Yeah,
They won't take it.
No,
Didn't they won't take it back?
but we did sell them Flint, so that was a better deal.
They
For
won't
how
take
many
that either.
how many raccoon hats did we get that for from Canada?
It was
17.
It was 3 foxtails.
In a bottle of fire water.
Fireball. Here's
Fire
Fireball.
water.
Anyways, what else we got? Check out the pop.
I don't
Culture
know.
Cafe.
I'm stumped by all that Canadian facts.
Let's get some from Nisi.
Is it Nisi or Nicey?
Both.
Nicey at Nisi 72. Regarding the carrot cake Oreos, I had 3 and decided I'd rather have the actual cake if I'm eating anything carrot.
Good point.
I decided to take the rest of the Oreos to work. I do the great stuff part. Oh, wait. I do agree the stuff part in the middle was awesome, though.
That was like the cream cheesy type taste.
Like a cream cheese.
Whether it was real cream cheese, I doubt it. But
I don't think that was real cream cheese in Oreos. I can almost guarantee you that.
It did taste a little rotten.
that's true, though. You're right. I mean, if you're going to eat carrot cake, just eat real carrot cake instead of
Yeah.
Oreos flavored like it and have at least the good stuff.
And Nisi is a newer listener, and we appreciate it because she's very interactive with us on Twitter. Everybody can be interactive with us at Bad Ideas Podcast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And send us more little-known Canadian facts.
Oh, please do.
Hey, I've seen posts from Craig Nickel. Mm-hmm. Is he out from the government protection program up there, Yukon
Graphic
Jack?
Novice?
Yeah.
He's actually helping search for those serial killers now up there, the 2 teenagers.
Okay.
You've seen posts, but you're not on Twitter.
No, feed Facebook.
Oh, okay.
It's like he's giving away his location because wasn't he sequestered in the mountains in a cabin?
Yeah.
The murder cabin.
I mean, he's finally not snowed in. Did the snow finally melt and he's actually able to walk out?
That
of
happens
the
in July.
log cabin.
in July.
Did he get attacked by seals or something?
So, those 2 serial killer teenagers up there that they're looking for?
Nope.
Polar
Okay,
bears?
good. Anyways, so they're
know.
looking up there, and they're in the most remote areas. And every time they're thinking they're in a different city or village, they're like, "This is one of the most remote places in Canada." I always go online and look and try to Google map it and look at it, and I look at my wife, I go, "We could move there. Nobody's around. This is great." She's
And
like,
you would be murdered.
"Well,
by-
no. They're going to capture them by the time we move."
Oh, sure. Believe that. They keep going to the most remote places in Canada.
Hey, all I know is I've read enough from Jack London. I ain't going up that fucking far.
Who knew Manitoba was actually desolate?
Most people?
The one town had 1,000 people. Woo. Think I might go.
Man in a toba.
That's right. What else we got?
Let's
But
see.
I don't think they'd have you.
They probably
You
won't.
won't pass their immigration laws.
I don't think you can get into that country.
Damn it.
Maybe on a guest visa.
You're on the Trudeau banned list because of this podcast.
We heard you talk about. Tim Hortons. What's that all boot?
Not enough tire money in the world for you.
Nope.
Regarding favorite Queen songs from last week, this, again from your new listener, Nicey. Nicey.
Nicey.
Fat Bottom Girls. Nicey likes Fat Bottom Girls.
They make the rock and world go round.
And I Want to Break Free is a close second. Such a great video.
That is a good song
I
too.
Want to Break Free is excellent. I will agree with that.
That's not on the Highlander soundtrack.
It is not.
From Heno, El Heno. The show must go on.
Oh, God, my voice just cracked.
It's all right, Peter Brady.
Somebody to love. Somebody to love.
Somebody.
I want it all.
Somebody.
I want it all.
And I want it now.
That's right.
I agree, Heno.
Yeah, Randall Holt. One Vision.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that. It ends with fried chicken.
From the
And,
Iron Eagle soundtrack.
Yes. Yeah. They do some great soundtracks. Iron Eagle is not one of them.
But I think that song is on the Highlander album.
Is on
Or
something to, what's it called? Some kind
Crazy
of
Little Thing
magic.
Called Love?
Some kind of magic.
Some kind of, yeah, you're right.
It's a kind of magic.
That's it.
Somebody to Love again, and of course I think it's an annoying song. Another one, Bites the Dust.
I agree.
It is
I
not
agree.
annoying.
It
It's an
is
excellent
annoying.
Yeah.
Song.
One of the best bass lines ever.
I agree with you, Blake. That doesn't happen often, but I agree with you on that.
Thank you. I mean, Vanilla Ice did such a better original of this. I can't believe that Queen ripped them off.
That's a different song altogether. That was Under Pressure.
I don't know.
Under pressure.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Under pressure.
And Vanilla Ice didn't rip them off because Vanilla Ice's song goes dum da da dum da da dum dum ching, and that little ching makes all the difference.
You know, I had the same conversation about this with my wife when we were talking about Queen a couple of days ago. I was like, oh, he never ripped them off. It was a different beat.
She likes Vanilla Ice too.
We were joking about it, how
right.
similar it was.
Kevin at Cincy Explorer. I'm confused.
He's confused every week, isn't he?
Jason thinks Scarlet Witch is boring, even though she basically whipped the floor with Thanos in Avengers Endgame? Question mark, question mark.
Spoilers.
She's so boring.
She isn't.
I
She's
can't
great.
stand. Maybe it's the actress, but I can't stand the character.
Well, I can understand why you wouldn't like the actress because she was in that Godzilla movie.
Hey! She was good in that.
Hey, man. Did you see that memes got where it's her, Hemsworth,
Oh yeah, the whole guys.
all the guys
Chris
and
Evans
her?
is just
It's
staring at her cleavage.
well, it's kind of hard not to.
She did have a lot.
Holy moly, that thing was like half missing.
Her cleavage was half missing?
No, her dress jacket or whatever it was.
Scarlet Witch is just a boring character. I don't
She
care.
isn't. She's a great character.
She's a great character.
She was one of my favorites.
And she's hot.
Probably might be my favorite Avenger.
Vision is my least favorite Avenger.
Vision
Even in
is-
the movies.
Yeah, he's so pussy whipped by her.
It's not even that. He's just awful. And he wore a sweater. Come on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Any superhero that wears a sweater. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Unless you're from Canada, then it's required.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta
Well,
wear a sweater.
or, you'll get hypothermia.
I'm Captain Canada.
Yeah. Maybe he was trying to go across Antarctica.
Worsley would have survived.
Or maybe he read Jack London and wanted to go across the Yukon.
Yeah.
There you go. All in all, bad idea. All right. Meow God. Meow God. If
dropped my
you
pen.
wake up one day and discovered you now have game-like stats, i.e. strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, charisma, and he throws in luck. And an average mundane human stat is 10 to 15. Incorrect. The mundane human stat in Dungeons & Dragons is 10 and 11. Oh, no, wait, 9 and 10. Oh, wait, 10 and 11.
10 is the average.
But you may have an 8 in all categories to start. Which would you level up first? Well, how many points do you get, Meow God?
Well,
Now, that's an important piece of information you left out.
I'm assuming 1. You get to level, or 2 because then your plus goes
You're
up.
minus 1 for the stats. Then you
Yeah.
can at least go to 0.
Yes.
I love how Jason's looking at me like, what the fuck are you
So which one would you move up to 0 first before you gained more experience?
in real life or for my game character?
See, that I don't know. That-
Real life. This is real life.
In real
if you
life.
wake
Real
up,
life?
if you wake up and discover,
I don't know. I already have a minus 1 to intelligence, so I probably would make the wrong choice. So I probably would go with strength if I'm stupid, right?
You might.
I want to be strong.
I would.
I'll
You
go-
know, honestly, in this world we live in, charisma is actually the most important stat.
I was going luck.
Charisma for social media purposes.
Exactly. I mean, you can be stupid as fuck, but if you're charismatic, you can make money.
I'm going luck. I'm going luck. That's mine.
Yeah, there you go. All right, thank you, Meow God.
Oh, you know what time it is. Oh,
I was gonna say start the sexy music, but Jason.
Jason's too busy
oh,
doing that.
This is my Blake O face. I'm going into battle.
Oh. This is my mini me.
Oh, mini me.
Mini me.
Any of that.
Take my mini me, Jeff.
My one good mini me and my one bad. My naughty
Which,
mini me.
anyways,
Obviously, it's time for Nick Albright, minus the sexy music. Sorry, Nick, our production specialist is
round chicky bound.
on vacation this week. He says, how would you rank the 3 seasons of Stranger Things? Did he listen to last week's episode? Oh, wait, he's not asking for my opinion.
No, Jeff's.
He's asking
I don't
for
know. It
Jeff's.
doesn't start off with anything.
Jefferino.
It doesn't
How would
say
you
that.
rank the 3 seasons, of Stranger Things? Well, obviously it's to you because it says hashtag you are on top of my poll. Hashtag let's go poll deep.
So, Jeff, how would you rank the 3 seasons?
1 through 2.
1, 3, 2. Okay. So 1 is the best?
1 is the best.
I think we agree.
Okay.
That's what I said last week.
Okay. What
Did you get around to watching all 3?
Yes.
Okay,
I've seen
good.
them all.
All right, I couldn't remember.
We're going to skip the next one
We're going to skip the next
for
one.
Jim. We'll do that next week. Now let's-
Ditman,
Yes.
fuck off. Professor number 1 and Doctor number 1.
Yes.
Sorry, Ditman, that was a joke. All right.
It's going to be uncomfortable on your radio show tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be. Professor number 1 and Doctor number 1. When the Curse of Oak Island finally ends its television run. Well, that's a little presumptuous, isn't it?
You don't think they'll ever end?
And it is revealed that they have found nothing of importance on the island. I think that's lies. They found buttons.
From
And
Levi's.
Wood.
Yeah. Wood. They found a lot of wood. A lot of buried wood.
Some driftwood came in.
Buried wood. Yeah. Will
were
Blake
burying the
realize
wood?
he has wasted the last 7 years of his life?
Blake?
I think I've already realized I've wasted the last 7 years of my life.
I mean, he's
watching
been
this.
married.
And I've been married. So what else do you expect
I mean,
me to do?
but after marriage, isn't Curse of Oak Island something to look forward to?
Exactly.
If only his wife could find the wood.
But
You know.
We talked about that last week.
Well, when you're married and that's a foreplay for an exciting evening. Look, honey, look for the buried wood.
Look for the buttons.
For the buttons. There's buried wood down there.
You got buttons on your jeans? That's too complicated. Fuck it. I'm going to bed. We're done.
She's like, it's like real life. I dig for something and there's nothing there but disappointment.
Oh, it's okay, Blake. It's okay.
Disappointment.
Happens
Down Blake's pants.
on the next episode of Curse of Oak Island.
Does he know how every episode starts? A button. down the well of Oak Island. Could it be the buried treasure? Is this the Templar connection?
No, it isn't.
No, not at all.
Nope, not at all. Have a good day.
Is this the emptiness in Blake's soul?
Yep,
Yeah,
it is. Yep,
pretty
it
much.
is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's move on.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
Per the Wrap, wiggity wiggity whack.
Wiggity what?
HBO dropped the trailer for Westworld Season 3 during San Diego Comic-Con last week, revealing way more details about the next installment of the sci-fi series from Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy.
I didn't think you would have trouble saying the word sci-fi.
Sci-fi. But the one thing the action-packed video set to Vera Lynn's Will Meet Again didn't tell fans exactly when the show will return. HBO program-in-chief Casey Bloys stated first half of 2020, which is, I think, when the last season started, right? It was January, February?
I don't remember.
During an interview at the Television Critics Association.
And for those wondering, yes, Vera Lynn's Will Meet Again is referred to in Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Regarding people, familiar faces that might return, including dead ones, he said, if you didn't see them in the trailer, I'm not going to respond. The confirmed returns are Dolores, Maeve, Bernard, and whoever is inside Charlotte Hale's body, Tessa Thompson. And the Man in Black. Because Nolan and Joy signed an overall deal with Amazon Studios back in April, leaving their longtime home at Warner Brothers TV, fans have wondered if the Westworld showrunners might take more hands-off approach for future seasons. Because they signed them for not only Season 3 is coming, but 4 and 5 are coming too. Seasons 4 and 5.
What?
He said, don't worry about it. They're 100% hands-on. We have deals with them for a potential 4th and 5th seasons, so the deal with them at Amazon, I believe, is everything but Westworld. It would be funny if it wasn't. Amazon owns Westworld now, HBO. Sorry. You lost out.
I don't think that can.
Is that how it works? Like a trade?
Yeah, no.
We'll give you Creative Galaxy, a kid show for Westworld. Thank you. Have a good day. And they're very committed to Westworld, so I'm not worried about losing their focus. They don't lose focus. The interesting thing is there is a new Nazi world in Westworld. If anybody noticed that in the trailer, that was kind of interesting.
Oh, boy.
World War II. You saw...
What was it called? Nazi World?
Yes, it's called Nazi World.
Let me guess. It's a world where you can play Antifa and fight Trump and Republicans?
Down the hall. Get down the hall. Go down the hall. Down the hall. Down the hall. I told you. You're on probation. Down the hall. That is not. Why don't you go look for some buttons, okay?
Buried wood.
Barry Wood. Anyways. So there you go. I'm excited about Westworld. I know Blake isn't. And they said this one is not going to be more a focus on the timeline as much. They're showing more of a straight story. There still will be couple time,
It's not going to be multiple timelines.
They said there might
confuse you as to what timeline is happening.
They said there's going to be a couple, but it's not going to be like in a confusing way. They're more worried about the story. So she's not in the real world. Dolores isn't. She's in Future World. It's another park.
What?
Telling you, that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's
And
see.
even when she escapes Future World, she'll just be escaping into another world. She'll know the layers upon layers that she can go through just to get out.
So she's actually trying to escape from Witch Mountain in Disney?
And then by the end, you'll find out there's nothing left but Westworld.
I would love for her, the last episode of the series, she steps out, she thinks she's in the free world, and a dinosaur comes over and chews her up. Dinosaur land. And that's how it ends.
She gets into the real world, takes 4 steps, and gets hit by a bus.
That works too.
Or she finally gets out, goes to an IHOP, and it costs her $120
I don't have any money.
to realizes she's in Canada. I mean, what horrible ending!
We love
I'm
Canada.
in Canada. No! My change is entire money! I don't even know how to spend it! Why's the bacon round? And it's ham!
There's only Celine Dion songs.
Oh my god, this is Molson! Get it out of my mouth!
Why is I don't care about your fucking heart going on. Stop it.
They're not going to let us pick the Canadian of the Year anymore.
Je ne parle anglais. Oh my God!
Oh, we're in Quebec! Oh, that's even worse.
Mort moi.
Well, at least we can just watch an Expos game.
Damn it!
Come on!
Well, but when they split time, we can at least watch the Rays.
The Montreal Rays and the Tampa Expos. Well, at least we have hockey to keep us happy.
Oh wait, they don't win the Stanley Cup anymore.
Oh.
Well, I'm just glad they got rid of some Canadian hockey teams, like for good winter areas like Arizona. That's a good winter sport.
Hey, are they going to drop the Lord from the Lord Stanley Cup? Because isn't that kind of offensive and impressive?
And sexist.
Yeah.
Lourdes.
What about Lady Stanley? Doesn't she get any credit?
Yeah, let's call it the Lady Stanley Cup now.
Oh, man, we're in Windsor. Anyways.
I'm in Newfoundland.
Oh,
No, we found that a long time ago.
that's not new. Change the name.
Hold on. You're on Oak Island.
Ah! Moving on. Tell us we don't know fucking things about Canada. We know Canada. That's it.
This part of the History of Bad Ideas brought to you by Canada. Come enjoy our lakes.
The Ministry of Tourism.
Hey, we got more lakes than anybody. Yay. Just a big puddle. That's all it is.
Canada. We're not Detroit.
That's a sales pitch.
Well, then I'll go to Canada then.
Our strippers only cost 7 cents on the dollar.
Oh, you can get a lot more in Detroit for 7 cents.
Matter of fact, I think that's the first time I ever did go to Canada was to avoid Detroit.
Why are you staying in Canada? Just so you can be in another country? I don't want to live in. I don't want to stay in Detroit.
Why are you staying in Canada? Because the alternative is to be staying in Detroit?
Isn't that what the bridge is from Detroit? Isn't it called the Bridge of Freedom? Freedom Bridge?
Oh, so now that we alienated our Detroit listener,
Hey,
sorry,
fuck
Dad.
Alabama. Let's go back to that. They're awful.
Or how about Alabama's neighbor?
Mississippi? Georgia?
Don't we have a Mississippi story?
Ah, Mississippi.
Or am I jumping too far ahead?
We'll get there. That might be saved to next week because we're running late.
Are we, though?
I don't know.
Are we?
For Randall Holt, please discuss. RJ Holt, I will. Per the Mirror Health in the UK newspaper, the UK is set to be hit by scorching temperatures up to 39 degrees Celsius.
Oh,
I don't
my
know.
God!
I don't know what that is. What is 39 degrees Celsius?
Let's see.
That's just above freezing, right?
5 divided by 9, add 32, something like that.
Okay, I know you're in the UK, and we appreciate being on
Is it 5/8
nerdly.co.uk.
plus 32 or 8/5 minus 32?
5/9.
Maybe it's
5/9.
just backwards. 93 degrees? Maybe
5
they're
pints.
dyslexic.
It's probably over 100.
Okay.
Is what I'm guessing.
We're on nerdly.co.uk, so we will not be ripping on the... And my latest tabletop review is on there, too, for Throw Burrito. Anyways, the 39 degrees Celsius, which we're going to say is hot. And while there's plenty of good advice online for how to keep cool, there's one suggestion out there that you probably shouldn't pay attention to, no matter how hot it gets. Some women might become so desperate for relief from the heat that they actually consider inserting ice lollies / popsicles into their vaginas,
The JJ's?
believing it will help.
My phone did a calculation, said 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's like a typical August in Cincinnati.
No, usually we don't get quite to 102.2.
But an expert is keen to let you know that it's a bad idea to stick a popsicle up your hoo-ha. Speaking to Metro, Dr. Sarah Welsh, the co-founder of Hannix condom brand, warned women not to push put ice lollies anywhere near the genitals. Dear God, why are we having this warning? If you're dumb enough to do it, let them do it. Here we go.
What if you need to cool down your vagina?
Kinky.
What should you use?
Because it's kinky.
The vagina, quote, the vagina is composed of very delicate and sensitive skin. Okay, if you're
No
a woman and
shit.
don't know this, hence things that may seem innocent to other areas of the body if they come in contact with the vagina can cause infections, irritations, and damage. We had a similar story in America when 50 Shades of Grey or Darker or whatever came out, and people were putting their ice cream up there, like soft serve ice cream up there. Or regular ice cream, I don't know.
Up their vaginal chutes.
Yes, and their lovers were eating them out because that's what happens in 50 Shades of Grey.
Isn't that kind of... Well, yeah, I guess you're going to have to change the bed sheets anyways. All right.
The ice can stick to the delicate skin and cause real trauma and damage.
freeze.
Dr. Welsh,
It would be like licking a frozen pole in the winter.
Dr. Welsh continues to say that the sugar in the lolly could potentially up the natural pH of
I'm
the
sorry,
vagina.
the sugar of the lolly what?
Sorry. Continues to say the sugar in the lolly could potentially disrupt the natural pH of the vagina. And if all that didn't sound horrible enough, there's also added concern that the lolly could break inside of you.
And then melt.
It would melt.
Eventually.
Another doctor, Shri Datta, a consultant gynecologist from My Healthcare Clinic, sounds fake, second the words of caution, shows some advice for keeping cool in the heat without harming your genitals. My advice would be to avoid any foreign bodies in the vagina for risk of infection, including penises. Actually, I made that up.
I think she was referring to don't put anything French up there.
She added, I would suggest loose cotton underwear and avoiding tight clothing to prevent any irritation and dermatitis
Or just go naked.
developing. A cool shower, oh dear God, without internal douche and keeping well hydrated should suffice.
So you're not allowed to even douche?
That's what it says. This is
If you accidentally got an ice lolly up there, can you use douche to get it out?
Why are three men talking about this?
Why?
Because Randall sent us the story.
I was going to say, why are we reading this story? We're three idiots, male idiots, reading about vajayjays and vaginal chutes full of ice lollies. Who the fuck uses the term ice lolly?
The Brits.
Brits? Hey, we're on nerdly.co.uk. Shut up. This isn't the first bizarre warning experts have issued.
Said, you have your ice lolly today.
This might be the worst one.
Do you need a bag, ma'am, or are you just going to use that right away? I do say.
In June, a nurse begged ladies not to try and vacuum. Oh, dear God.
What?
Vacuum their period.
Vacuum? What?
A nurse begged ladies not to try and vacuum their periods after two young women were hospitalized for doing just that. She claimed the women ages
What's that
19
have to do with
and 20.
ice lollies up the vajayjay?
It's not the first bizarre warning, they said.
I don't want any more bizarre warnings. This is disturbing.
Females have been also... Fine, I'll skip.
I mean, men are scared of vaginas to begin with.
Females have been urged not to put garlic, parsley, bath bombs, and cucumbers inside them either.
No cucumbers.
What? Well, they're diced.
Julianne?
Yeah. Why are we... God dang
What
it,
about
Randall.
eggplants? Because, I mean, that's the only emoji I understand.
Have you ever been to Thailand?
Down the hall.
What about it doesn't say anything about a roll of quarters?
Oh, man, I'm reading up on this vacuum
No,
part
no,
of the
no,
story.
we're done. We're done
This
with the
is
Hoover.
truly terrible.
I don't want to read anymore.
I want to go to bed. I'm done.
Women don't do that.
I don't want podcast anymore. I'm out. I don't want to do it. I'm out. So if you have a female perspective, if the women listeners...
No.
If
They're not listening anymore.
Yeah, they turned us off a while ago. We probably only have the perverts left.
You're never going to hear from Nice. You're never going to hear from Nicey ever again.
Nikki, help!
Nor Nikki.
So the female listeners, and we do have them, if you would like to
All two.
If you would like...
Oh,
we have
Pam.
more.
Oh, three.
And Pam probably enjoys this talk, knowing her.
So, any female listeners out there, if you would like to mock the penis jokes, go ahead and tell us what to do with penises, since we're telling you about vaginas.
We're telling you what the experts tell you not to do.
Yes.
This isn't my opinion of
It
what
isn't.
not to
So
do.
it's 102 degrees. What am I supposed to do with my penis to cool down?
Stick it in a...
Ice cube tray.
Ice lolly tray.
Ice lolly tray.
Just make big ice cubes with holes in them.
These ice cubes are kind of creamy. They're kind of cloudy. I don't have any more. I can't do the next one. We're
Now I'm
done.
going to drink some ice water.
Jeff.
Do you like movie reviews? How about true crime stories, celebrity interviews? Well, you won't get any of that here. I'm a stay-at-home dad with 4 boys and a night job. I don't have time for all that crap. What I do have time for is browsing the web for weird and idiotic news stories. Then I bring my favorites to you every week, along with my own weird life lessons and favorite podcast recommendations because, hey, sharing is caring, right? So subscribe to Odd Dad Out in Apple Podcast, Google Play Music, or your favorite podcatcher. And follow me on Twitter at Odd Dad Out and add a little weird to your day.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
Jeff, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
You know, it's only 63 days away. Less if you're listening to us tomorrow.
Ooh. And even less if it's after that.
Or if you're listening to us in November and going back and listening to us, it's already passed. But Kathleen Najimy is going to be there from Sister Act. So, and Hocus Pocus. Alan Tudyk is going to be there.
He's not from Sister Act.
Nope. Ben McKenzie from Gotham. And Southland. And Marina Baccarin is going to be there. And we got some artists and creators of comic books. Darryl Banks from Green Lantern and Justice League of America is going to be there. Amanda Connor, who did Harley Quinn, Power Girl. She also did Power Girl in there. Frank Cho, who did worked on Wonder Woman and Black Panther. Just to let you know. Jose Delbo, he did Transformers, and he also did Wonder Woman. Chad Hardin, who also did Harley Quinn. And Jay Fosgett, our friend Jay. He probably doesn't remember us, but we interviewed him a couple years ago.
He was on the show, so he's got that to his credit.
Yes. He did a lot of art for Fraggle Rock, so we like him for that. T. Franklin, she created Love is Love, Bingo Love. I'm sorry, she worked on it. And Adam Kubert, which is a nice one to get to, from Wolverine, Captain America, X-Men. So there you go. But yes, so there it goes. And there's a lot of great things. Did you see Danger Will Robinson, Lost in Space set? The set is going to be there too.
I did not see that.
Yep.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Yes. So a lot of great guests, a lot of great artists and
Harp
creators.
Twins.
The Harp Twins, Dirk Manning. So there you go.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. It was his birthday the other day.
Well, happy birthday, Will.
Yeah. So get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. It's at the Duke Energy Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, September 20th through the 22nd. And play some trivia with Hobie. We'll be there. Win some great prizes and some bad prizes. And if you lose, you get to pick from the Nicholas bag of suck. So you never know. So we'll see you September 20th through the 22nd.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, we're starting off with an actual hit, not a bomb this week.
No.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood opened this weekend with $40.4 million, which is where they were predicting it, and marks the best opening weekend for a Quentin Tarantino film. The previous record was held by Inglourious Bastards, which opened with 38.1 in August of 2009. It's the second best 2019 start for an original film, behind only Us, which opened to $71.1 million in March.
Second best original opening for an original film in 2019.
Yes.
That is sad.
Well, most of the stuff that people go to, and I'm guilty of it.
I agree.
I think the only things I've seen so far this year have been superhero movies.
Or sequels, yeah.
And no, they're all sequels
Yeah.
of I suppose, Captain Marvel wasn't a sequel.
Was that this year?
Yeah.
Was it?
But it was part of the MCU.
Yeah. That's true.
But anyway, it is the best start for a Leonardo DiCaprio film since 2013's The Great Gatsby, which most people said didn't do as well as they wanted it to.
No.
So it all depends on your expectations.
That's right. Lowered expectations.
But even though Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was not a bomb, it didn't catch up to The Lion King, which made another $75.5 million, a total of $351 million on a $260 million budget, thanks to the Brigger family contributing to that.
Sorry about that.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood made, as I said, $40.5 million on its opening weekend on a $90 million budget. Spider-Man: Far From Home made another $12 million, a total of $344.5 million on a $160 million budget.
Most profitable Spider-Man film.
Has it broken the $1 billion worldwide?
Yes.
So
It's fine.
So it's still in the MCU for the next movie?
Yes.
Toy Story 4 made $10 million, a total of $396 on a $200 million budget. And Crawl is still in the top 5. Come on, people.
Barry Pepper, baby.
Made another $4 million, a total of $31.5 on a $13.5 million budget.
You know what that means? Crawl 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
It means more. Are they alligators or crocodiles?
Alligators.
More alligators.
I thought at first you were talking Crawl, the movie.
Oh, no,
KRULL.
not the cool 80s sci-fi.
Oh, no?
KRULL is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
No, this is Crawl.
I thought they re-released it or something.
Nobody wants to see that movie re-released.
Oh, okay.
But he's
Well,
got the cool
you do.
weapon.
Is that Tom
pretty cool.
Cruise? No, that was Legend. That was Legend.
Yeah, that is not Tom Cruise.
Sorry.
I don't think anybody famous was in Crawl. Or anybody famous.
If only we had Jim here to look it up,
I'll look it up.
IMDb.com.
I gotcha.
Who was in Crawl?
I'll get you. Keep going.
Well, anyway, coming up this weekend, we're blowing out the box office again. Because opening August 2nd, 2019, The Fast and Furious presents, Hobbs & Shaw.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Honestly, this looks better than most Fast and Furious movies. They took like the two best parts of the original 8 movies or the
Paul
previous
Walker?
8 movies, and no, Paul Walker was probably one of the worst parts of those movies.
so you're saying death is okay for him then?
I'm saying,
Jeez, Jeff.
I'm saying, even though it's sad that he died, it probably made the movies better.
People will do anything to get out of contracts. Anyways.
And even though Private Santiago's death, although unfathomable to you, probably saved lives.
On a side note, Dr. Number One wants to know what we think Hobbs and Shaw is going to make this weekend.
I think Hobbs and Shaw will make...
You want me to tell you what they're predicting?
$62 million.
Okay. Blake, what do you think?
I'm Jason Statham.
I'm Jason Statham.
I'm Jason Statham.
Statham.
What do you think he's going to make? How do you know? We're going to be
I'm
30 million? 30 million
I'm
pounds?
The Rock.
30 million pounds? Isn't
That's
the whole
only way you
purpose...
can tell I'm The Rock is because I sound nothing like The Rock.
Welcome to the Rock.
Wasn't the whole purpose of this movie is to center around a haka dance for Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Center around a what?
Haka dance? Or whatever that...
Hawaiian.
Yeah, I
Not
didn't
Hawaiian,
think
then.
it was.
He's in it, though.
Polynesian?
Going to the islands.
Whatever
yeah.
it is.
So, anyways, moving on. It is expected to make $80 million.
35. In the opening weekend?
$80 million.
Well, it might... It'll probably then...
I'm going $72 million.
I think they pretty much know Fast and Furious does better than I think it should.
Yes.
It's pretty much the money-making franchise out there outside of Marvel right now.
I don't think anything else is opening up this weekend.
No,
right?
there isn't.
No one's going against it.
60.
You're 160.
Yeah.
Cast of Crawl, not Crawl, but Cruel.
Kroll.
Ken Marshall, Lisette Anthony, Freddie Jones, Liam Neeson.
What? Someone famous was in it. Was it the Liam Neeson?
Yeah, he was Keegan, and Robbie Coltrane.
Oh, yeah. Robbie Coltrane, who played what's his name in Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
The old guy?
Yeah, Hagrid.
Hagrid. That's his
Yeah,
name.
Hagrid, yeah.
John Welsh is in it.
Don't know John Welsh.
I don't either. Tony Church and Dickon Ashworth. Just so you know. And this guy, he played Neenog, Bronco McLaughlin. That's an 80s name.
Bronco McLaughlin is a great name, better than the previous one,
Ashton.
Whatever you said.
Yeah. There you go. Moving on.
All right, so Liam Neeson is in Crawl for those people who are screaming at it saying, there's one famous person in that movie, you idiot.
That's Roy. Anyways.
Then again, I'll put it this way. I didn't know who Liam Neeson was until Schindler's List.
You should challenge the cinema guys. Crawl versus Crawl.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do some top 5. Jeff, what's that top 5 mean this week?
What's the top 5 mean this week?
Yes.
It means we're going to list 5 things, each of us, based off of the category that was sent to us by our Canadian of the Year.
It was Scott. Hey, did you know that they have the most lakes in Canada?
I heard that somewhere.
Look,
Did you know Canada is America's hat?
it is. You know what? We have lakes. They're just puddles. Our land wasn't moist, wasn't soft enough to suck them all up.
I don't know what any of that meant.
I don't either. So.
But anyway, we are doing our top 5 road trip films.
Nobody's taking a road trip to Canada.
Yeah, I looked up and there were hardly any.
There were no road trips to Canada.
I mean, Into the Wild was the closest. Didn't they go to Alaska?
There was a Joshua Jackson film that I talked about a couple episodes ago, like 6 months ago, about he has cancer and he's on a motorcycle and he takes off and stuff. Yeah, that was a good road trip.
Wasn't there one about someone who walked across Canada? Didn't they make a movie
Into
about
the Wild?
Didn't they freeze to death?
That was Worsley.
Didn't they-
the worst road trip I would think out there?
I thought the worst road trip would have been The Covenant with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
Wasn't it in Canada?
Yeah, yeah.
Grizzly bear
Was that
attacks.
the Covenant?
There was snow.
That wasn't the Covenant.
There was snow.
That was like the river rifling something. That wasn't called the Covenant,
The
was it?
Revenant.
Revenant.
That's right. The Covenant. No, the Revenant. Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
a terrible, terrible road trip to take.
It was.
We've been together way too long because I'm advising you. You know, the river, it's not Covenant River, starts with an R.
Attacked by grizzlies.
Jeff, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Almost Famous.
Oh.
The what's his name movie about doing stuff.
Cameron Crowe.
That's it. Thank you. The Cameron Crowe movie
Yes.
about when he
journalist on the tour bus.
Semi-autobiographical.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, about a young teenage music journalist
Rolling Stone.
touring around with the fictional band
Stillwater.
and they sing Tiny Dancer in the bus.
That's right.
That's the famous scene.
Yeah, with Goldie Hawn's daughter. What's her name?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson. That's right.
And the guy yells something about being a golden god. I remember that too.
I am a golden god. And he jumps off the roof into the pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It was a good movie.
Good hippie bus movie.
I liked it.
My number 5 is Euro Trip. A really funny movie.
Oh, boy.
Love Euro Trip. The last part was bad with the Pope.
I'm sure it was all factual.
It was a comedy. It's enough out of you. And yeah, so I loved
It was a funny movie.
It was. They are the worst twins ever.
It was one. it was one that made me laugh.
Yes. Blake, what's your number 5? oh, it's a French film, red or blue or white. Have I talked about that enough?
No, that's Scab Jeff who likes the French films.
Oh,
Le
whatever.
Journée de la Rue.
What's your number 5?
Forrest Gump.
Get the fuck out.
No, it's not. It is a road trip. He's on the road telling
I
the
get
whole
that.
story.
It just isn't good.
Yeah, it's just a
It's a
bad
waste
movie.
thing.
That's the problem.
I didn't like it when I first saw it, but I learned to like it over
See, I
many
went the
years.
I went the opposite. The first time I saw it, I'm like, probably because of the soundtrack, I'm like, yeah. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh.
And we all, at the end, realized that Jenny's a horrible person.
Oh, yeah.
Even though she was abused and molested as a
We're not
child
even
and
100%
drug
sure that
abuser.
Forrest Jr. is
I don't even
actually
think.
his
I think
child.
it's a ruse. I think she found out. Oh, geez, you're a millionaire now. Here, let me drop my son off on you and tell you it's yours.
And it ends up that kid, his son, can see Ghost.
Yeah. Now, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm crossing
And
number
he has a
5, Forrest Gump,
superpower.
off my list. I don't like it.
in The Boys.
We talked him out of it. We talked
I
him
don't
out
like
of
it.
it.
It's off. I'll replace it with Stand By Me in 1985.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you that. Change approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is I hope it. It's a tie.
Ooh.
And when I
like
say
ties.
my 2 movies, you'll know immediately why they're together.
All
All
right,
right.
beat you right now. If you.
1977 and 1981, Smoking the Bandit and Cannonball Run.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to say Smoking the Bandit 2.
How about 3?
Or Cannonball Run and Cannonball Run 2.
No, the originals, of course.
Yes.
It would have been better if you
Those
said.
are fun movies.
They are.
It would have been better if you said Smokey and the Bandit 2 and Cannonball Run 2.
Change it, Blake. Change it.
Ooh, no, I can't do that. I'll put them in my honorable mentions.
Just put a dash.
But they had an elephant.
Yeah, that's true. That was so stupid.
It was terrible.
Oh, my God. Smoking the Bandit 2 was so horrible.
It was
was
better than
so
Smoking
bad.
the Bandit 3.
3 didn't even have the bandit in it. It was so bad. Didn't Burt Reynolds not do it?
Burt Reynolds did not do it, and Jerry Reed
Jerry Reed.
played the bandit.
He's like, he needed a paycheck,
I get to
didn't
be
he?
the bandit. I get to be the bandit. Come on, Fred. I'm going to be the bandit.
You know it's bad when Burt Reynolds said, yeah, enough of that.
Hold on.
Well, apparently their idea for that movie was supposed to be like some mental mistake thing with Jackie Gleason as the sheriff, where he was like, it was supposed to be Smokey is the bandit, and it was like some split personality thing. Was
Yeah.
the original idea for the movie.
But like anything else, we have to throw the caveat in there. You can't watch it on censored television. You have to watch the uncensored movies.
Correct.
Oh yes,
You know. You have to get offended. I'm sorry.
because they're thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana.
Right.
Yeah.
This one gets my number 4 gets funnier and funnier every time
Eastbound and down.
Loaded.
every
up
time I
and
watch
drunk.
it, and I can't get enough of it when it's on TV. Dumb and Dumber. I love that film. And when they're doing the ketchup and the mustard, the second one's not good, but the first one is hilarious.
Dumb and Dumber?
Yes,
You don't like that?
when Harry met Lloyd.
Yes.
Yes, that was awful. But yeah, so
That movie was dumber and dumberer.
another home run by the Reds.
Are they winning yet?
No, they're down
okay.
by like 12. Oh, that was a replay. Damn it!
That was 3 innings ago. He must be up again.
Anyways, so yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Ugh.
It's on my
How
it's
are
on my
you
list.
looking that?
It's on my
You're
honorable.
putting Dumb and Dumber on your list,
Over
and you're
Oh Brother,
looking
Where Art
Oh Brother,
Thou?
Where Art Thou?
An epic story of Americana in music.
I mean, it is pretty much based off of the original road trip story.
The Odyssey?
Yes.
Written by Homer?
That's the guy.
He's such a Homer.
He is.
Yeah, you're right. The original, followed up by the sequel, the Iliad.
Actually, the Iliad was
Or
first.
wait, hold on. The Iliad was first. The Odyssey was second. Yeah.
Yeah, the Iliad was the war story. The Odyssey was the road trip.
Yeah, that's right. The Odyssey. Well, for one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Ulysses dude.
It's played by Sean Bean in Troy.
Or Brother, Where Art Thou? Based on the Odyssey. What do you rank over it, Jason? Dumb and Dumber?
What's your number 3,
I'm the
Jeff?
paterfamilias. Oh, we're up to my number 3. My number 3, I have Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, yeah, that is a road trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's going out to get his bike back.
Yeah.
I agree. That's
He
a
has
good
to
choice. I
Try
like
to
that.
get to the basement of the Alamo.
Yeah, that's right.
Meets Large Marge. Oh, it was funny.
My number 3.
Yeah. Euro Trip 2?
He didn't make one. National
Asia Trip?
National
The
Lampoon's
sequel to Euro Trip?
Vacation.
European Vacation?
Nope, first one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about it. Vacation.
It's in the title.
It's in my honorable mentions.
Love Vacation.
How did
Love
I miss that?
I don't know.
Well, I was eaing,
It-
burnt ends and brisket.
That's probably how you
I was
missed it.
distracted.
What's your number? You're a man now, Russ. Oh, going through St. Louis, we should be fine. Bam! Roll him up! Roll him up!
A lot of stuff happened on my family vacations in that movie, believe it or not. Except for the dog pissing on the sandwiches.
But did your dad strap the dog to the back of the car?
No.
He probably gave it a good run for the first mile.
I
So.
can just imagine him trying to keep up with his little paws.
What's number 3, Blake?
My number 3, not a happy road trip movie. This Viggo Mortensen's The Road.
Oh, God.
I've never seen it.
2009.
I heard good things about it, but I never actually saw
That is
the
a
movie.
depressing film.
It is very depressing. It is
Looks much depressing.
kind of scary. And, the nice thing about it is you just know that there's some kind of natural disaster in the beginning, whether it be nuclear war or fallout, but they're trying to get to the coast.
It was climate change.
Yeah, he's trying to get, it was fire, everything's going on because there are flashbacks of him. And as soon as something happens, he's trying to load up as much water as possible in the house. The kitchen sinks, the tubs, and all that kind of stuff for fresh water. And they're going to the southern coast, which he believes is supposed to be better. And this is him and his young daughter's trip to get there. And it is, yes, depressing, but it's good.
The southern coast of what?
South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, trying to get to Myrtle Beach.
I didn't know if they were like trying to get to Tierra del Fuego or something.
No, just trying to go south.
Okay. What's your number 2?
To me again?
Yes.
1985 is a sure thing.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Thought about that one.
That's right. In the days before Tinder, just to remind you what a guy in the length will go through to get laid.
He's going to school on the East Coast. There's a sure thing on the West Coast. So he went cross country
That's right.
with Daphne Zinguna.
That's right.
With his buried wood.
Yeah, pretty much.
And his buddy Anthony Anderson out on the West Coast.
And a good John Cusack movie from
yeah,
the 80s.
It was before the 90s.
That's right.
My number 2 is Tommy Boy.
That's my number 2.
I love Tommy Boy. And the more I watch
Is that a road trip movie?
Hell yes.
Yeah,
they
you're
drive
right.
around.
That is true.
Car.
That slowly
That's
falls
right.
apart.
Hey, what are you doing behind the curtains? It was me playing for the Yankees.
Ooh, me like you take it off. Nobody's watching.
Excuse me, do you know where the gym facilities are?
Oh, Tommy, don't do it. Don't do it. Best is still, my favorite part is still when the deer wakes up in the back. Jeff, what's number 2?
My number 2 is Tommy Boy.
Oh, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is the ultimate 10-hour road trip.
Hold on. I want to see if you got it. Do you have it?
It's the Lord of the Rings.
That's mine. I showed it to Jason. Woo! High five.
High five across the table.
So 10 hours, you only saw the first one then?
No,
we're not confusing The Hobbit with Lord of the Rings.
Yes, we're not saying
That
the
is a
Hobbit.
road trip, though.
That is a road. That's a bad road
That's
trip.
a bad trip. It's honorable mentions, but, Lord of the Rings, baby. Woo!
Woo!
Anyways, number 1 for me is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be on somebody's list.
I love
but
that film. Love it.
I think it's one of the most overrated films in the history of film.
It's
I think
funny.
Lord of the Rings is the most overrated film in the history of film.
I laughed twice at Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
It's a dark comedy.
And he laughed more during the Lord of the Rings.
I did.
The
That's
Hobbit.
right.
Second breakfast.
It was funny.
It was.
Anyways, honorable mentions. I had road.
I'm laughing now thinking
I had
about
road
it.
trip. I enjoyed that back in the
Road
day.
trip was fun.
Anybody else?
Let's see. I had Vacation. I had About Schmidt.
I had honorable mentions. I had Almost Famous. I had Little Miss Sunshine.
That's a good movie.
I had Kingpin.
Oh, I
Kingpin,
forgot about
that's right.
Kingpin.
Logan. It's kind of a road
That
trip.
is a road. Yeah, towards the end.
Wolverine
I have
road
to-
trip.
Yep. I
You
like
know?
that. Good one.
I had her brother were out there on my HM, so I did like that one
I
too.
had The Color of Money.
Color of Money. Apocalypse Now. kind of a different road trip, but
that is a different road to
but
travel.
it was kind of a road trip.
It had Big Fish
Yeah.
That was decent.
and Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Would Back to the Future be a road trip movie?
No, because where they were going, they don't need roads.
Ah,
Excuse me.
Jesus. Get the fuck out.
That's what your humor does to me. Makes me belch.
We had a lot of listener feedback. Dev, this eye guy.
Who is angry that it took us 2 weeks to read his last top 5.
Well, here it is.
Here it is.
Oh, Tamara had one. Thelma and Louise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dev. Number 5, The Cannonball Run. Number 4, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle and Euro Trip. He hobied that shit. 3, Grind. Number 2, Tommy Boy. And number 1, Planes, Trains, Automobiles. You are very
So
similar
you
to mine.
copied Dev's list.
I did mine first, actually.
Sure.
Bullshit.
Actually, I did. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Sorry.
All right.
That's all I had. No,
There was people in Twitter, too.
Twitter. Sorry, I apologize. Doctor number 1 had the only good road movie is Roadhouse.
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 But
That's
they don't
not
do
really a
trip.
road trip. They're
It's
like
a road movie,
well,
not a road trip.
They're a stop
movie.
on a road trip.
It is Doctor number 1. He's right outside our studio.
Could
Just
be.
ask him.
Oh, I was trying to decide, should I just do a movie, a list that
Has roads in
road?
it?
So I would have like Road to Perdition and Roadhouse. And I was thinking about doing that list. But
Roadhouse.
I
Road to
decided not
Hobie.
to.
Let's see here. Randall Holt. No, Randall, you screwed up the news of the geek this week. I don't know if
I
I'm
don't
reading.
think he screwed it up. I think we ran with it.
He had the original Vacation and Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
He only had 2. These are the top 5 people.
Nisi had number 5, Planes, Trains, Automobiles. Road Trip. Is that the one with Seth Green? No, that is not Seth Green. That is Tom Green. I would much prefer Seth Green.
Is Seth Green in a road trip movie?
He's in Without a Paddle.
Okay, so yeah.
Number 3, Blues Brothers.
Yep.
That's a good one. Number 2, Thelma and Louise. And number 1, Vacation, the original.
Holiday Road.
And that's all we had.
Oh, come on. You didn't read my other list? I had a list on Twitter.
No, I did not. Go ahead, Jeff. What is your other list?
Oh, God. Now you're going to make me read it?
No, I got it. Also, we have Dez, the most intelligent listener. He had, or educated, The Wizard, Easy Rider,
Oh, The Wizard.
Wild Hogs,
Oh, now he's just trolling us.
Smoke Signals, and Vacation. So just let you know on that one.
Wild Hogs. There's no way he liked that movie. Unless he was in it. Did he have a cameo in it or something?
Didn't they make Jack Kerouac's On the Road into a movie?
They did. I never saw it.
I never saw it either because I
Never
heard it
really
was
wanted
bad.
to. Yeah, didn't hear anything good about it.
Great book, bad movie. What about the Zen of Motorcycle Repair? Is that a road trip movie?
That is.
Or a
The
book?
Motorcycle
Well, the book-
Diaries is.
Or Motorcycle Diaries? Yeah.
About Shay.
Intern Hackney. Hackney! He had Zombieland,
Zombieland. I forgot that one. I didn't want to put that on my
Dumb
list.
and Dumber, Tommy Boy, Almost Famous, and Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, for some reason he likes that movie.
Honorable mention, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Rain Man, and Little Miss Sunshine. Forgot about Little Miss Sunshine.
All
That's a
right.
good one.
The other list I had that I threw out on Twitter was Road to Singapore, Road to
No.
Rio, Road to Zanzibar,
The Cosby and
Road to Bali, Road to Morocco, with honorable mentions of Road to Hong Kong and Road to Utopia. The Hope Crosby road movies.
And finally, Kevin at Cincy Explorer wraps it up with number 5, Dumb and Dumber. Number 4, Sideways.
They don't drink Merlot. Was it Merlot they don't drink?
Number 3, Planes, Trains, Automobiles. Number 2, Vacation. 1983, the only one that matters. Number 1, Rain Man. Honorable mention, Tommy Boy, Road Trip, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and Paul. Paul is a good one.
I have not seen Paul. I cannot judge it.
You can.
Oh, yeah, I am an American. You're right.
Yes. So there you go. So there's your top 5 for the week. Bad idea of the week.
Oh, we already have our bad idea of the
Yes,
week.
what is that?
Open mic toasts.
Yes. That is number. What number is that? 29?
Gotta be up there.
29. We're going 29.
29, the open mic toast at a wedding reception.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, it's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. Titles for the show. I got Don't Stick That in Your Vagina.
You won't let us use that.
I watched all 8 hours. That was Blake's porn. Gladiator's Ready. We Know Canada. Why Is It Cloudy? They Hit an Elephant, because I was taking a drink when you talked about that in the top 5, and I almost spit it out.
They had an elephant.
Oh, they had an elephant. I thought you said hit. I like that better.
No. They were smuggling an elephant. They didn't hit it. Oh, no.
Is that what it's called? Huh?
I had superhero sweaters.
I like that.
My Naughty Mini Me. Nothing there but disappointment.
Nothing there but disappointment.
Oh no, we're in Quebec. And Crawl versus Crawl.
I like Nothing There But Disappointment.
That's the one I was leaning towards.
There you go. Change approved. Look at that. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye again.
You've been listening to Hobie.